Hi guys, my name is Ronni Shalem and I'm a psychology major here at Emory University and a global health minor. I'm a junior. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Passiflora incarnata in the Passifloraceae family. It's most commonly known as the purple passionflower. So just as an overview is what I'll be going over today. We're going to start with the botanical description of the plant, and then I'll get into some traditional uses as well as its chemistry and pharmacology. And then I'll talk to you guys about its biological activity and some studies that have been done in vivo as well as in vitro with passionflower. I'll tell you guys about some clinical studies and how it's been used in studies with humans. And then we'll get into some contraindications and its current use in allopathic and CAM therapies, and then we'll go into some concluding thoughts. So, as for its botanical description, it's native to temperate and tropical southeastern North America. It's an herbaceous perennial vine, which means that it lives over from one growing season to another. I like to think that it lives up to its name in its growing patterns. It's very passionate and it likes to grow wildly and branch out and spread underground, which also makes it quite difficult to manage in cultivation. Its flowers grow individually on the stalks up to 9 centimeters long. Its open flowers grow to be around 9 centimeters wide and have a very complex floral structure, as you would have seen in that picture. They tend to have a white to pale lavender color. At maturity, fruits separate at the region of articulation on the peduncle. The fruits are berries and oval in shape, and they tend to have an orange-yellow color. So getting into some of its traditional uses, the seeds occur in a lot of archaeological sites from the late Archaic to historic periods in southeastern United States, which indicates that Native Americans were growing the plant and eating its passion fruit. European travelers documented that Algonquian Indians in Virginia and Creek people in Florida were eating the fruit. It was documented as a medicine for the very first time by the Spanish researcher Menardis in Peru. The Machuca Medica Americana in 1787 mentions its ability to treat epilepsy in the elderly. And the Aztecs have used it as a sedative as well as for pain relief. And the Cherokees used it for food, beverages, and to treat boils, inflammation, nervousness, and hysteria. Since then, it's been used all over the place traditionally. In America, it has a traditional use to treat diarrhea, painful menstruation, hemorrhoids, and insomnia. In Brazil, it's been known to be used as an analgesic, antispasmodic, anti-asthmatic, as well as a sedative. In Iraq, it's also been used as a sedative as well as a narcotic. And in India, it's been used to treat morphine addiction. So now getting into its chemistry and pharmacology, its main constituents are the flavonoids, which include vitexin, isovitexin, orientin, isoorientin, and apigenin. It also has some indole alkaloids, which comprise about 0.1% of the plant. That includes harman, harmol, and harmolol. It also contains maltol and ethyl maltol at around 0.05 of the chemistry. Other constituents includes carbohydrates and cyanogenic glycosides. And I thought it would be important to note here that even though its anxiolytic and sedative properties have been proved in studies, which I'll get to in the upcoming slides, its main active compounds are inconclusive. And these are some chemical structures. On the top left, you have the flavonoid. On the bottom left, you have the maltol compound. And on the right side, you have the indole alkaloids. So now getting into the biological activity of the plant. My favorite finding was an in vitro study, which showed that it contains the antioxidant lycopene, which a lot of people get from tomatoes. In an in vivo study in 1997, Suleimani found the aqueous extract of the plant to induce sedative effects at 400 and 800 milligrams. Singh et al. In 2001 found that the treatment of the extract was able to reduce seizure activity at 300 and 600 milligrams. Grundmann et al. In 2008 showed that it has anxiolytic effects in mice at 375 milligrams. And Dewan and Sharma in 2001 showed that the methanol extract from the leaf was able to suppress induced coughs in mice. So now some clinical studies. Akanzadeh et al. In 2001 was looking at the anxiolytic effects of Passionflower, and so they looked at patients with generalized anxiety disorder, and they had two groups. One group received 45 drops of Passionflower extract every day, and another group was given 30 milligrams of oxazepam, which is a known treatment for anxiety. And by the end of the study, they realized that Passionflower was just as effective as treating anxiety than oxazepam. In another study in 2008, Mova Feg also looked at the anxiolytic properties of the plant. They looked at patients that are about to go into surgery, and at pre-medication, one group was given 500 milligram tablet of Passionflower, and another group was given a placebo. And post-surgery, they realized that patients that were given Passiflora tablet had significantly reduced levels of anxiety. In 2001, Akanzadeh also showed its efficacy in treating opiate withdrawal. So now getting into its contraindications. It is listed as a safe herbal sedative by the FDA. Since its mode of central nervous system depressant activity has not been conclusive, it's advised to take caution when taking Passiflora with other central nervous system depressants or stimulants. It's been noted to have synergenic effects with aminoglycoside antibiotics such as clindamycin. There have been reports of inflammation, dizziness, confusion, and lack of coordination associated with Passionflower. There also was one story of a woman who developed severe nausea, vomiting, and weakness when she self-medicated herbally with a herbal remedy that contained Passionflower. It is highly discouraged during pregnancy and in lactating mothers as well. So now getting into its current uses. The fruit itself is eaten widely today. It's made into jams, jellies, and juices, as you guys have tasted. It is taken in capsule, extract, or herbal form to reduce anxiety or for its overall calming effect, as well as to treat sleeping disorders such as insomnia. Gupta et al. Last year was able to prove its anti-diabetic effects, so up and coming it could be on the market to treat diabetes. And other primary uses include to treat alcohol addiction, asthma, insomnia, nervousness, anxiety, menopausal symptoms, and other acute pain. So in conclusion, I just wanted to remind you guys of its long history of use all over the world. Its variety of uses in traditional medicine include to treat diarrhea, hemorrhoids, insomnia, as an antispasmodic, as a sedative, and to treat morphine addiction. It has similar applications and in its current use for its anxiolytic effects and to help with sleep disorders. It is a beautiful flower, and it has a nutritious and delicious fruit, and I'd like to end with some pretty pictures of the plant. And thank you so much for your time.